Operation Anne, as we're now calling it, goes back actually quite some time. The dog Anne was named after a very special conservationist, Anne Warner, who was out here helping us with our education program and developing an education program for us. And she actually came into the field with me when we were trying to get snares off Anne's pack a couple of years ago. And we got some snares off, but some of the dogs weren't named, and there were 2 females in there that we didn't really know any of their history. We just knew that they were kind of roughly 2 years old, and one was named Anne and the other was named Charis. When the pack dissolved, we had no idea whether Anne was alive, dead. We hadn't seen her for at least a year and a half in pictures or photographs or cameras. And we kind of assumed she'd probably, same fate had happened to her as happened to her pack mates. Then this year, we had a pack of 3. It's just started up a little pack. We called them the Musketeers because there were 3, the 3 Musketeers. But it's still not pack strength. We had no idea whether we were going to get pups. We didn't see any pups this year. And we were then a few weeks ago, we were absolutely totally excited because not only, well, we were happy that Anne was alive, but not only was she alive, she'd just given birth to 5 pups. So Anne had become an alpha female, and we darted her, put a satellite collar on her, immediately saw that she had been a victim of a previous snare wound, and she had a huge mark that healed up now. But more importantly, we saw that Anne was skin and bone. And one of the problems is that happens with all these packs is that 5 really isn't a quorum for painted dogs. You know, painted dogs need to be 6, 7, or 8 to hunt effectively. And in fact, some data from one of our papers showed that when they get to those low 5, Anne would be making this uncomfortable decision. Do I go out hunting and help collectively get food to feed my pups? But then I'm leaving them vulnerable. And she's in that sort of rock and a hard place situation. And so she was deciding to stay at home. But then while we were monitoring the den audibly from afar, but we can hear what's going on, every time the pack came back, I heard this intense begging that was way beyond normal begging from an alpha female. And it was clear that the pack was struggling to bring back food. They were coming, they were giving her, and she was like, but more, I need more, I need more. And when I saw her body condition, I realized that if we didn't do anything, we probably weren't going to lose Anne, but we were definitely going to lose her pups, which of course are precious. And now we're in continual monitoring in terms of just her welfare. Because the pack is small, we've made the decision to intervene and help feed the pack. And we're going to make sure that those pups have enough food so that, well, Anne's got enough food so they can feed the pups properly and that they can leave the den on time at 12 weeks old with no losses. This particular operation we've never attempted before. It's like a supplementary feeding at a den. And it took some challenges. You know, we was like, how do we do it? We don't know how to do it. How do we present the meat without attracting every lion and hyena in the area? You know, are the dogs going to take it? Are they going to see it as a trap? And normally, in fact, testament to the fact that we were right about the starvation situation, it is my knowledge that painted dogs never really go for carcasses that have just been left unless they're starving. So they're not because they're not scavengers. So that just shows us that that pack is battling. And now our mission is, and if we pull this off right, is to get the pack to sort of know that, and then smart enough to know that they've got friends.